Hi guys, happy Friday or whatever day you are watching this video, and welcome back to my channel, Couponing with Kayla. So today we are going to do a different video. We are going to do grocery shopping on a budget. So it has been a little while since we did one of these videos. So I'm super excited to see what we can pick up today. We are not going to be using any coupons, but if you're watching and you have a coupon for one of the items that we're picking up, definitely go ahead and use it. But we're going to go ahead, see how much money we can save. I personally am shopping for a family of 4. Now, you can still do some of these deals even if your family is different, whether you're shopping for 1 or you're shopping for 6. You can definitely kind of, tweak the recipes and things like that. I'm going to show you guys a few different meals that I'm going to pick up, and then I will have a few recipes on a list below. So some of them I found on Pinterest, so it's not like my own recipe I made up or anything, but some of them are pretty good and you can get, pretty filling meals off of them. So I'm pretty excited. Got my shopping list. The sun is like beaming down. But got this new shopping list. Of course, this isn't the one that I wrote on, but I think it's super cute because you can write down your menu plan for the week and you can write down your shopping list. So the reason I'm doing that is because if I write it all down, it's going to really help me stay on track, get the things that I want to buy, not go off track and buy anything else. Let me know, when you are grocery shopping, do you stick to a list or do sometimes, you just wing it? Because I definitely have to have things written down or I'm going to end up buying things that I just don't really need or that's going to throw me off the budget. So if you are completely new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And if you enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, as well as hit that red subscribe button below and the notification bell so you don't miss any new ones. Now let's go ahead, let's head in the store, grab some items, and then we will go over the receipt once we get done and see if we can stay under $100 for this week's grocery shopping. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to pick up is this delightful Sara Lee bread. It's $2.68 and we have a $1.25 Ibotta rebate. Of course, if you're watching this during a time where there's not a rebate, still not a bad deal. Just grab whichever bread you want. So next I'm going to grab some of these rolls right here. So this is going to be for one of our dinners, and I'm just grabbing all the bread when I'm in this area, and then I'll go over each meal with you guys and everything. But we're going to go ahead and grab these. It's going to be for some sliders. Next, I'm going to grab some of this bread because my daughter and my husband both love this bread. It's great to make subs at home, and it's only $1.10, which they did go up 10 cents on the price, but I'm still going to get it because that's still not a bad deal. It's a pretty big loaf of bread right here. So the next thing I'm going to grab in this area is the bananas. It doesn't even have the price over here, but the last time I bought some bananas, it was about 72 cents for the bundle of them. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these because Chloe wants me to make banana pudding. I think I did that for my last grocery shopping on a budget video, but I'm going to do it again. Next, I'm going to grab some of these Oreos. Now, the reason I'm going to grab these is because we have an Ibotta rebate for $1.25 back on any Oreo product, plus there's $1 back when you buy 2 on the Checkout 51 app, so it's going to make it very cheap for 2 packs of these. Next, I'm going to grab some ground beef, so you can choose which kind you want to pick up. I'm going to grab the grass-fed ground beef for $4.96, and this is going to go for one of our recipes. We're going to make shepherd's pie with this. Now, if you want to lower your cost on this recipe, you could definitely get ground beef that is cheaper. So you can see these right here are $3.18, but I'm going to get the grass-fed one. Next, we're going to grab some chicken breast for our chicken nachos recipe. So this is $5.88 for 3 breasts, and for this recipe you only need 2 or 3 chicken breasts. Plus we have a $1 Ibotta rebate for it, so it'll make it $4.88, so that's a pretty good deal. And I think it'll come out even cheaper than buying the Walmart brand. Next, we're going to grab some of the cheese that we need. So we need Parmesan shredded cheese for one of our recipes. It's going to be an Instapot recipe that's a pasta. This is $2.54, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. You may be able to get the Great Value brand for even cheaper, but my store is all out of stock of that one. So I'm going to grab this and a few other things that we need in the cheese area. All right, guys, so next I'm gonna grab some cheese. Let's see, this is $1.86. This one is going to be for our chicken nachos. I'm also gonna grab, I'm also gonna grab some mozzarella cheese. It's also $1.86, and that is gonna be for a homemade pizza night. And then we need a little more cheese, but these two, that will work for those two recipes. And then I think I need some sliced cheese for a couple of the recipes I'm going to do as well. So we're going to find those. Next, we're going to grab some sliced cheese. So I'm going to get the pepper jack cheese for our sliders. Of course, you can get something different if you want. I'm going to grab the 12 count one for $1.98. That's about all that I need for that recipe. And then we're going to get some regular sliced cheese, maybe some sharp cheddar, something like that. And it is also $1.98, and this one is going to be for grilled cheese for one night. And of course, you could use this for sandwiches as well. So for one of our dinners, we are going to do hot Italian sliders, which does require some lunch meat. I'm grabbing this out of the deli section, but you can certainly grab it from a different section if you want to go ahead and get a cheaper option. But this was $3.94. That's not too bad. It gives us plenty of these really big pepperonis. We also want to grab some of the salami, and this one right here, these are $4.19. That was the cheapest one that I could find. And then we need some ham, and again, some of these can go for your regular sandwiches and things like that as well. So we're going to go ahead and grab this one priced at $4.10. So that is for our sliders. So we've got 3 packs of lunch meat, like I said, that can carry over into some of our lunches depending on how much we use for dinner. All right, guys, so for the Italian sliders, we've got the rolls, we've got 3 things of lunch meat, we've also got pepper jack cheese. We can pair in something with this like fries or chips, and then you will need some Italian season and some butter to do topping on the top of the bun. Next, we're going to go ahead and grab some dough for our homemade pizza night. I don't know, it's not exactly homemade because I am buying the dough, but it's just an easy dinner. I'm going to get the Great Value brand right here. There are, the Pillsbury brand, whatever brand you want. I'm not super picky on brands, so I'm just going to grab this one because it's pretty decently priced. Next, I'm going to grab some heavy whipping cream when I'm in this area. It's $2.24. We're going to need this for our Ziti Pasta that we're going to make in the Instant Pot. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this for that meal, and then we'll go over everything that goes in that recipe as well. So while I'm in this section of the store, I'm going to go ahead and grab some milk. So this is $1.79 for a half a gallon. I'm just grabbing this because I have plenty of cereal at home that the kids can eat, so I always need some milk, and we just ran out this morning, so I'm going to pick this up. So next, I'm going to pick up some eggs. I do not even know how much these are because they don't have the prices. They're just showing the 18 count price. I'm getting the 12 count of eggs just because this is something easy for breakfast, and also some recipes may require eggs. The ones that I'm doing do not. So I'm going to think maybe they're around $1.70. Next, we're going to grab some Ziti Pasta, and this is only $1. It's the Great Value brand, so super cheap, and this recipe makes a lot, so it's definitely a great deal on this because it's so cheap. So while I'm over in this area, I'm going to grab some pizza sauce for our pizza. So this one right here is the cheapest option. It is $1.20. So I'm just going to grab that one. You can get the ragu for $1.58 if you want. And then I'm also going to grab some of these pepperonis. And these are just $2.43. But of course, if you have leftover pepperonis from your other meal, you could use those. Next, we are going to go ahead and pick up a couple of seasoning packs. So for the shepherd's pie, I need a beef stew seasoning pack. So I'm going to grab this one. It's the cheapest one I can find for $2.36. Then we also need some taco seasoning, and the taco seasoning is going to be for our chicken nachos. So I thought that they had some taco seasoning for super cheap, like 30 cents or something. So I don't know, because these are 87 cents. So, which is even cheaper than the Great Value brand, so I don't know. I'm going to grab this one and then look around, see if I can find anything else that's cheaper, but we may go with this one.
Next, I'm going to go ahead and pick up some crushed tomatoes. This is also for our Ziti Pasta recipe. It's only 92 cents for this red gold crushed tomato. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in with this recipe. So far we've got most of the ingredients. We got our Parmesan cheese, our pasta, whipping cream, and crushed tomatoes. We'll probably get some garlic bread to go with that. Then we're going to go ahead and grab some tomato sauce. So I'm going to need the tomato sauce for the shepherd's pie recipe. I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up. It's just a great value brand. Again, very cheap, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. So we've got a few more items that we need for that recipe. Next, we are going to grab some mashed potatoes. So this one is pretty cheap. The Idaho potatoes for $1.27. You could get the great value one for even cheaper if you want. So definitely go ahead and grab these for our shepherd pie recipe. And we're going to grab some vegetables for that here in a few minutes. Next, while we're over here near the soups and everything, we're going to grab our tomato soup. And this is to go with the grilled cheese. So just a very simple meal of grilled cheese and tomato soup. If you want to grab the Great Value brand, it's 58 cents a can. So I'm just going to grab 2 cans of this. I might need a couple of cans for all of us to have some soup. So not too bad. And of course you could pair up grilled cheese with any kind of soup, or maybe even if you want to make beef stew for that night and pair up your grilled cheese with it, you could definitely do that. It would just add a little to your budget. We're going to pick these up. Next, I'm going to grab some chicken broth. This is $1.33, I believe, if this is the one that's back here. Yes, it is. So we're going to go ahead and grab this. And this is also for the Ziti Pasta Instant Pot recipe. So I think that is about everything for that recipe besides seasonings, which I have the seasonings at home already, so I'm not going to pick those up, but I'll have them on the list below. Next, we're going to grab some garlic bread to go with that. The Ziti pasta, when I saw the recipe over on Pinterest, it did not have any meat added to it or anything, but you could definitely add chicken or something to it if you wanted to get it, a little more filling. But the pasta itself is pretty filling, and then I'm going to just pair it up with garlic bread. This is the Great Value brand, but you can certainly grab a different brand. Your price will just be a little higher depending on what kind you like. So next, to grab a side to go with our sliders, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Crinkle Fries. These are $1.60. Again, they're the Great Value brand, and they have a bunch of different ones to choose from. You can get ones with seasoning or without seasoning, or you could certainly get a different brand. Again, your price will just be a little higher, but most of these are pretty reasonably priced. Next, for our chicken nachos, we need some salsa, and the kind that I always get is just this paste. So it is $2.12. I normally use the mild chunky salsa, but you can definitely get whichever kind you want to pick up. And guys, check this out, 44 cents for this taco seasoning. I knew that it was cheaper somewhere else, so I'm definitely taking that other one back to the other aisle because it was like 87 cents. You can save 40 cents is the exact same thing, so I'm definitely going to do that instead. I knew that it was cheaper somewhere. Next, guys, I wanted to grab some of the instant pudding. I just like the instant one because it's just easier. So it's $1 for this, and I'm going to pair it up with the bananas and make the banana pudding. So you might like to do like the homemade kind. I just do this because it's kind of easier and it makes a good bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And of course the milk will go with that as well because you need that to go ahead and make your banana pudding. Almost said vanilla pudding. I'm also going to grab some chocolate chips. So the chocolate chips, depending on what brand you get, the price will vary, of course. Now, I'm going to make chocolate chip cookies, and those will kind of last a little while, and it's a pretty cheap deal. So it's $1.98 for the chocolate chips. Of course, you'll need like flour and sugar and things like that, but I already have all that at home, so I'm just grabbing these. Next, an easy breakfast if you want to grab some of these Quaker Oats or any kind of these oats right here that are the quick 1 minute oats. Go ahead, you could pick some of these up. You do them in like some almond milk, some fruit, different things like that. And this is a really easy breakfast. So you make them and then of course put them in your fridge. Overnight oats. I've seen so many different recipes over on Pinterest and stuff for overnight oats. So definitely a good one to pick up. I already have plenty of the oatmeal at home, so I'm not grabbing this, but I did want to add it in just as an idea if you want to go ahead and add it to your shopping. Then they've got these huge containers down here. If you want to pick those up, you could definitely do that. It's not the quick oats, but if you don't care about that part and you just want some oats, you could get these for super cheap. Next, I'm going to grab some peanut butter. So the peanut butter, a few of you guys told me in my last video that the Great Value brand is pretty good. I haven't tried it. It's $1.58, but I'm going to go ahead and just grab the Peter Pan just because it's $2.12. But if your budget is really tight and you need to save that extra money, I mean, you could save 50 or 60 cents, you know, depending if you want to go ahead and grab the Great Value brand, and it probably tastes pretty similar. Now, for the jelly, there's definitely so many different brands you can grab on this. I think I'm going to get the Welch's Grape Jam for $2.78. Axel really likes blackberry jam, but they don't have any right now. I was looking everywhere, don't see any. So I think I'm just going to get the grape jelly for now. He does have a little bit of the blackberry one left at home, and we have a little bit of strawberry at home as well. But Chloe likes the grape, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick with the grape jelly today. So let me know in the comments below what's your favorite jelly, or if there's one that I should try that we haven't. So next, we're going to go ahead and grab some of these bite-sized tortilla chips, only $1.74. Again, these are the Great Value brand, but you can get whatever brand you want. And these are going to be for our chicken nachos. But this bag, we normally have some left over after making them. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up. Now for this recipe, you're also going to need some queso sauce. So it's $4.48. The price has definitely gone up on this. You may be able to find queso in your store for cheaper, but this is the cheapest one and one that we like that I can find. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this for our chicken nachos. So you're going to have the cheese, you're going to have the salsa, the taco seasoning, the chicken, the chips, and then you also, one of the blocks of cheese that I picked up, you'll use the regular cheese for this as well. And again, I'll have that on the list below. Next, I'm going to grab some of the vanilla wafers. These are a little pricey, over $3 a box right here, but I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. These are good for the banana pudding. They're also good for, like, I don't know if your kids like to eat like peanut butter between vanilla wafers, but I used to eat like that as a kid, so I'm going to get these. Next, if you need some of the Cool Whip, you can grab this kind for $2.24. I actually have one of these in my freezer at home, so I'm not buying it today. Or you can go with the Great Value brand, only 88 cents, so that's really cheap. Or you can get the big container right here for $1.74 for your banana pudding. So for the shepherd's pie, you want to go ahead and grab some mixed vegetables. These are $1.23 right here. I'm going to go ahead and grab a bag of these. So we're going to go ahead and add that in, and I think we've got most of our stuff. All right, guys, so let's look over our cart. We've got our chicken nachos. We've got our hot Italian sliders. We've got our Ziti Pasta. We've also got our shepherd's pie. We've got our homemade pizza for one night. We've also got our grilled cheese with tomato soup. And then we've also got a few breakfast items, a few snack items. I didn't buy any drinks because I have drinks at home. So we are going to head to checkout, and then we're going to go over this receipt, and we are going to see how much all of this cost us for our week of groceries. Did we make it under the $100 budget like I'm hoping? Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go check out. Like I said, we'll go over the receipt in a minute. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. Look, $90.50 plus tax, and even with tax, we're under $100. All right, so this is how my bags are looking. I put my bread over here so it doesn't get smushed, so I'm going to put it on top, and we're going to head home. Alright guys, so I am back home, and I tried to lay out everything on the table. Some of the kids' Legos are on the table, so I'm working it the best I can, but got almost everything on the table, taking up about half of the table with the groceries today. So we're going to look over this receipt, we're going to do a recap of the meals, and then we are going to look at our final cost of everything with and without tax. So guys, here is my receipt. You can see everything that I picked up. I believe, as far as I could tell, everything rang up the prices like they were marked in the store. So there is all of our groceries. If you need to pause or anything to check the price on something, and prices of course will vary by store. The bananas end up costing us 77 cents. The eggs, which I told you guys were not tagged, they ended up being $1.81, which is not bad because I was kind of calculating around that mark, so I was pretty close on that calculation. Those used to be way cheaper at my store. It's crazy. But you can see here, my subtotal, we ended up coming in at $90.50 plus tax. So $90.50 plus tax. So that is really awesome. Even with tax, I was at $96.70. So I was still below that $100 mark that I wanted to be at for my grocery budget this week. So I'm really excited about that. Now, I did submit over to Rebate Apps, and depending on when you're watching this video, the couple of little rebates that I did, either way, you're still coming in under budget if you're doing some of the same exact grocery deals and, you know, dinner ideas and things like that. But I did submit over to Ibotta. I ended up getting back a total of $3.50 for my Ibotta, and that was $1.25 for the bread, $1.25 for the Oreos, and then $1 for the chicken breast. So that was pretty good. And then I also submitted over to Checkout 51 for the Oreos because they were giving back $1 when you buy 2. So overall, I got back $4.50 in rebates. So if you're subtracting that from the $90.50 before tax total, then that means we came out to $86 for everything. Or if you add in the tax and you're looking at, okay, we paid $96.70 and we subtract those rebates, that would have got us down to $92.20. That's including tax. So either way you look at it, if you look at it before tax, we came under $14 under budget, or with the tax included, we came in $7.80 under the $100 budget. So I'm definitely happy with it. Now, of course, it will vary depending on what you need to pick up. Like I told you guys, there was a couple of things that I didn't have to pick up in the store that maybe you will need if you're gonna do these same recipes. If you don't have like seasonings and things like that on hand, if you need flour, sugar, things like that, if you're making the chocolate chip cookies. The Cool Whip I already had on hand for the vanilla wafer, and what am I trying to say? Banana pudding, all of that. But overall, I mean, even if we had needed to add in those few items, I think we still would have been very close to the $100 mark or still under that mark. So let's go ahead, let's do a recap of which meals are which. And like I told you guys, I'm gonna have a list below the video. It won't have everything listed, not like my normal printable list if you watch my coupon videos, but I will have a couple of the recipes listed in case you wanna grab any of these. So over here we have the shepherd's pie, where we have the beef stew mix, the mashed potatoes, the ground beef, and then the tomato sauce and the veggies. Then I believe for this one, I normally top it with a little bit of cheese, but you might have some cheese left over from one of these other recipes. Then we have the chicken nachos, which we have the chips, we have the chicken, we have the regular cheese, the queso, and then we have salsa and taco sauce. Over here, we've got our simple meal of the grilled cheese. So we've got our bread and our cheese, and then some tomato soup. We've got our sliders, and with the sliders, we've got our Hawaiian rolls, which of course you can do something different if you want to. We've got pepper jack cheese. We've got 3 different kinds of lunch meat, which we're not even gonna end up using all of that for those recipes. So that's why I got this bread, because my daughter likes to take like sub sandwiches in her lunchbox. So what I do is I cut like about like that much, you know, for her sandwich, and then I put like some pepperonis and ham and stuff on it. So if you have leftovers, even when it comes to our pizza meal over here, if you don't want to buy the pack of pepperonis, if you're already doing the pepperonis for the subs and you know you're going to have some left over, you could use that for this and even cut them up smaller if you wanted to. But I did get fries to go on the side with the sub sandwich that night. You could do fries or chips, something easy on the side. Then of course we have our pizza, which is just the pizza sauce, the dough, pepperonis and cheese. Then we have our Instapot Ziti Pasta. That was a recipe that I found over on Pinterest. It's just super easy, and you could add meat to it. I haven't, but this makes a lot. So you could even do half the recipe or something if you wanted to. But anyway, so I got chicken broth, got the ziti pasta, the crushed tomatoes, the Parmesan cheese, the heavy whipping cream. I got some garlic bread to go on the side with this one. And then, like I said, there's some seasonings involved in this, like Italian seasoning and some other things, just like with these. I believe it's Italian seasoning and butter, you know, to kind of top the buns and make them really good. And then, okay, so that's all of our dinner meals, because since the ziti pasta makes a lot, I know that we'll have some for leftovers. You may have leftovers from some of the other meals as well, like the shepherd's pie or the chicken nachos, depending on how you do that or how many people you're feeding. And then we have our peanut butter and jelly, which is really easy. And then we have still some bread if you don't use all of it for the grilled cheese night. We have the Oreos, because that was just an easy deal with those couple of rebates. Some banana pudding and some milk, because we have tons of cereal on hand. And like I was telling you guys, if you have the oatmeal, like for the overnight oats and everything, you can use that and do like fruit or peanut butter, different things in that, chocolate chips, whatever you want to do. There's so many different recipes for overnight oats, and you can do like almond milk or whatever kind of milk you want to do for that. I just didn't pick that up because I already have those ingredients on hand, but definitely a good way to do it. And then we have eggs over there, which can go for a lot of different things. So I think that's it, you guys. I also got these cups on a separate transaction. I wasn't adding them into the grocery haul, but seeing as we came in under budget, pretty much covered them, because these were about $5. And how many come in this? 4 tumblers and 4 lids, and they're color changing. They had the kinds for hot beverages, and then they had these, which I thought the kids would really like these. And I mean, I like this too, because it's got the straws and everything, and they're sparkly, kind of pretty. I don't know if you ever gotten that Kona ice and stuff. The kids always like those, and they have the color changing cups. So I thought those were pretty neat. So we even got that kind of in our grocery budget today without going over. So definitely let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoy videos like this. And of course, I always want to hear your meal ideas. So if you have recipes or meal ideas, please leave those in the comments below for me. I would love it. Maybe I can incorporate them into one of these videos. All right, guys, so most of the groceries are put away, and I am trying to decide what I'm going to make for dinner tonight, which I'm thinking I'm going to go with the sliders, because sliders seem like a super chill and super easy Friday night dinner. So let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.